This is part 2 of going to Zara, Turkey to see my family's ancestral homeland. Today we're going to go on a little adventure and try to find this stream right next to the garden that my grandma used to water her garden.
These cute little chickens. So I drove down that way to go see the stream and I got stuck in the mud. So I came back here, parked my car right there, and I started walking down and the lady said the dog will bite you. So she's gonna walk with me to the stream to make sure the dog doesn't bite me. There's a dog apparently that wanders around here biting people.
Side note, it was her dog.
Alright, this is where I got stuck in my car. And these nice ladies are taking me to the stream. Alright, now we're just going along this snowy path to the stream with Ismahan, my new friend here. Lots of big rocks and stuff. And little tiny farms. Alright, this little stream is the stream that Arik used to fetch water from to take to her little garden somewhere around here. It matches her description exactly, so I think this is it. My little friends here walked with me to the stream. It's so cute. These people are so very kind. So yeah, that's it. What a cute little stream. Alright, I think these are the caves where they kept stuff to keep it cold. Whoa.
These caves were chiseled by hand.
That's massive. Oh shoot, there's like more down there. You can go down even further.
So long story short, after we walked to the stream together and saw the caves,
The daughter called the dad, and the dad came out and joined us on this little walk. So it was like this whole family walk, and it was so funny. And then they invited me back to their house after our walk, because their house is kind of at the end of the path, and I couldn't because someone's waiting for me right now at my hotel to show me around, and I'm already late. But I told them if I have time I'll come back, so hopefully I'll see them again. They were very sweet.
my next stop was the Gulistan Hotel, where I met up with Cengiz. He's a random man that I reached out to on Instagram. He was posting pictures of Zara, so I reached out to him to ask if there was a tour guide. Of course there wasn't, and he offered to take me around himself. He's actually a gold shop owner. He asked me for a list of where I wanted to see, and then he arranged a tour of all the places that Grandma Arik mentioned in her book, and he took me around to each of them. The first place that we went to was the Armenian settlement. He actually didn't know that I was Armenian, but he brought me to this place because it matched the description exactly from her book.
Old stone houses. He said this was the old settlement here, and later they built homes more that way.
Side note, these homes actually used to have very low, flat dirt roofs, but these roofs have since caved in, and now the only ones that are left are the roofs that are pointy.
I think these are it. These are the old homes? I see on the outside they're like sticks and what appears to be some kind of clay. Maybe. So Grandma Arik talked about how some of the homes were 1-story and some were 2-story. And they had like a real floor here, because a lot of the homes just had like dirt floors. But if you had a 2nd story, then that floor wasn't dirt, I guess, which was kind of a luxury. So yeah, I think this is it, or at least very similar to what she lived in. I think she didn't live in a 2-story one, but this is in the same area where she lived, and the type of houses that were around when she was here. Okie dokie. So this is one of the Armenian houses. It looks like it's just 1 floor. The windows are high up, like she said. You've got to reach to look in there. It's like no one's lived in this for a while, huh? And here we see again the the clay and the stones and the timber kind of mixed together. Okay, this is the entrance to one of the little Armenian houses at the base of the hill. It looks like they were just abandoned. There's still a picture inside. And I saw a towel or a rug or something earlier too. So that's looking like a dirt floor to me. There's some kind of drawing or painting or picture there. Rug hanging on the wall.
Side note, great grandma Arik took these big jugs down to the river to collect drinking water to bring back to the homes because there was no running water. So this is an example of that jug.
This place appears to have been abandoned. No one's lived in it for a really long time. So it looks like it's kind of like a partial basement. Like I walk just a little bit up and then it drops like way down once you go inside. Alright, this is inside one of the Armenian homes here. There's a beautiful little rug just hanging on the wall. Seems like they left a lot of stuff here. Here's another one of the old Armenian houses here. And that was one of the nicer ones, according to Grandma Arik. Alright, we're walking around the Armenian settlement, which has it's been abandoned for, he said, 20, 30, 40 years. Alright, here are some more of the old Armenian homes. The nicer ones, apparently. I'm guessing there was a door here. It's mostly covered up. Cute little window next to it so you can see who's knocking. That's adorable. Construction is very interesting. We can look inside. The dirt floor. These doors are like shorter than me. Here's another one of the old Armenian houses that caught my attention. Because if you look closely here, they're using a rug above the door. I've seen rugs used in like the weirdest places here. Alright, we just finished walking through the entire Armenian settlement. It's not very big. These are the hills right above the settlement. And right there is the city. Alright, here is one of the last houses on the row of houses in the Armenian settlement. It's one of the more intact ones. A lot of the other ones are really broken down. The door is like super short. This is how short. There's something inside. I think there's a chicken inside. Oh yeah, he says yeah. This is how short the door is. Even I would have to duck down. I am really short. I'm 5'4". But if I was wearing heels, I'd have to duck down. And there's another rug used to like cover the door. And there's clay in the entryway.